All right, welcome back, everyone. Well, maybe not welcome back. Maybe this is your first time. So, just I want to get right to work. I've got a fully loaded agenda, a lot going on today. Greatest stock market in the history of mankind. Anyway, that being said, welcome to the very first edition of the market minutes, or not the market minutes, the daily briefing. Dang it! Daily briefing. So what we're doing, in addition to every morning at 8:30 in the morning. So, and again, I won't spend too much time on this. We got so much to talk about, but I kind of want to lay the groundwork here so you guys know what the plan is, etc. So that being said, every morning 8:30 a.m. I will go live. That session is gonna stay very ticker based. If you've been on those, we really focus on the most volatile stocks of the day, how to trade them, potential entries, exits, etc. It's gonna stay the same for at 8:30. Now at noon, during the daily briefing, every day at noon Eastern, I want to talk more, I guess you would say macro type stuff, more what's going on in the markets, more hot trends, things to look for without necessarily, obviously we're going to talk about specific tickers, but I want to get more macro in this, almost more, like the 10,000 foot view. In the morning, we're zoomed in, focused on the most volatile stock of the day. At noon, I want to kind of step back and take a bigger picture view of the day. So that being said, welcome everyone. I appreciate everyone being here. Biggest thing I want to start off with is an article from the Wall Street Journal this morning. U.S. stocks climb as earnings season kicks off. I've also got some links for you. Big gap up this morning. We literally just hit the high of the day on the S&P. We're approaching pre-pandemic levels. If you remember, back in January, February, we were at all-time highs, highest level the stock market had ever been. Had a big pullback into the pandemic stuff. We've managed to grind back over the last 6 weeks or so and not far from breaking out. It's incredible. But it just, to me, and I always feel like I have to give a little bit of a disclaimer about this, okay? Listen, the pandemic, it's bad, okay? People are sick. People are dying, okay? That is serious. That's a big deal. And I would never, ever make light of that. But, I said this on my Twitter feed 2 months ago. I'm like, and this is kind of a joke, but I'm serious. I said the dumbest thing the coronavirus ever did was come to America. And, America has overcome so many things in its past history, and American ingenuity, entrepreneurial spirit, the markets reflect that, okay? And listen, you can say, oh, the Fed is propping up the markets, it's all fake, blah, 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 okay? No, it's the greatest economy. It's the most innovative economy in the history of the world, and that's why we're grinding back to near all-time highs. And now, look at, one of the things I want to point out is, look at this, the high-low ticker, okay? This is a tool in stocks to trade. Look at the stocks that are, so orange on the right side, orange denotes stocks that have hit the high of the day and are also at 52-week highs. So basically, this is showing you that Tesla, one of my favorite stocks, and I was on the podcast, Steady Trade podcast, back in January. My call was $1,000 on Tesla back when it was like 400. Okay, today it basically hit 1,800, hit 1794.99 for the high of the day, and then you can also see. This Tesla's hit the high of the day 1,238 times today. That's like the definition of bullish. And then look at some of the other stuff Wynn Resorts, 327 times. Nvidia is also at 52-week high. All of these tech stocks, okay? There was a big Barron's article I meant to bring up the link, but it's talking about the resiliency of tech stocks. And look at what you've got. I mean, to me, Tesla's a tech stock. Nvidia's a tech stock. Work is Slack, tech stock. Apple hit 52-week highs. All AMD was on this list. A lot of these stocks that were breaking got pushed off the list because there's so many hitting the high of the day. So when I talked about things to keep an eye out for, trends, electric vehicles. I mean, Tesla's leading the bunch. We've seen WKHS go on incredible runs. NIO keeps running. And the great thing is, speaking of earnings season, Tesla earnings are coming up. Don't quote me. I believe next week. I guess I could look up. I believe it's the 22nd. If I remember right. 22nd. Yeah, yep. So July 22nd. So earnings are roughly a week away, a little over a week. And I mean, if they blow out earnings, all the electrical vehicles are going to follow. I mean, Tesla's just going to. I mean, you got a good earnings, probably blowing through 2,000 easy. I mean, again, we hit 1,800 today. So speaking of earnings season, I do have a link that I want to give all of you. So that's another thing I want to do on these sessions is, give you resources, stuff to look at, etc. So I've got a link. It is twitter.com/eWhispers. Okay. So eWhispers, plural. Not affiliated with them at all. It's just a great free resource. Whoever's behind eWhispers, number one, thank you. I mean, it's just a great free service, and what they do is, it's a great resource to always be looking at during earnings season, because what they do is they distill earnings. I don't care about stocks that have earnings that don't move. I only care about the ones that move, and eWhispers is a great resource on that. So again, twitter.com/eWhispers. What I want you to keep an eye on is the SPACs, okay? SPAC, Special Purpose Acquisition Company, aka a blank check corporation. Another great article on Wall Street Journal talking about these plays and what they are doing. Again, the best way to explain it is because of the virus pandemic, and a lot of these companies are scared of doing IPOs. So they're doing these blank check methodology, I guess would be the term, to go public without doing an IPO. So, and we've seen some huge runners in the electrical vehicle space. I mean, NKLA, SHLL, SPAQ, we've had a bunch of these. So be familiar with what this is. And again, I say, I think, in these daily briefings, I'm going to talk about a lot of these resources I pay for. I pay for the Wall Street Journal. I think it's worth it. Again, I don't have an affiliate link. I'm not getting paid by Wall Street Journal. It's a great resource. I've been reading it since high school. Literally, I used to go to the school library and read. We'd have like week-old editions of the Wall Street Journal. It's rural Michigan. They just delivered the Wall Street Journal on I think on a horseback. But anyway, great resource, great way to learn about these blank checks. And then I've got another link, SPAC Insider, SPACINSIDER.com. Again, I don't know, I just found this website by Googling it. Well, actually, a Steady Trade team member found it and sent me the link. But what's nice is you can kind of see these upcoming SPACs. Now, I look at these much like IPOs, okay? And here we're talking about techniques and methodology. So I want to know if these stocks are coming. Now, I wouldn't trade them day one. Just like I tell people almost always to avoid day one IPOs, okay? Day one IPOs, you can't chart them. They're extra volatile. You can't really, you can't really use any technical indicators because the problem is, reverse splits are like this too, but reverse splits, day one IPOs, day one SPACs, the chart, this is my terminology. I say the chart's blown out. The chart's just a disaster because and you can't compare it. You can't bring up a 1 year, 1 day chart or a 5 year chart of a new issue, obviously. So in reverse splits, IPOs are the same way. So what I want you to know, be aware of upcoming ones. This is what I do. Have a spreadsheet going. Okay, have your spreadsheet. Holy crap, VXRT's at 10. I'm not supposed to get distracted by tickers, but VXRT. Ooh, look at that afternoon break. Anyway, man, VXRT looks like it wants new highs, baby. This thing broke 1430 a month ago. Another virus play. The virus plays just don't stop, man. So this and INO are up today. INO's up. Now remember, and this is confusing, there's INO, which is the virus play, and there's NIO, which is the electric car play. So I may mix those up, I admit, but INO up 15%, and they're bad. So many people shorted INO last week, and they're bagged. Actually, let me bring up that chart real quick. Oh, look at how pretty that is. Thing of beauty. I gotta kind of move this over a little bit. So, but anyway, virus plays, electric vehicles, SPAC, especially SPACs that are pivoting into the electrical vehicle space. Earnings winners. I say this all the time. If you're a new trader, or if you're new to, say, volatile stocks, and you're part-time, so let's say you're a part-time trader, you need to be laser focused as much as possible during earnings season. Okay, earnings season, and I say this all the time, it's about 6 weeks long, 4 times a year. That's 24 weeks a year. We have earnings plays. Okay, half the year. So if you're a part-time trader, like say you have a business like I used to, or you're going to school, man, do whatever you can to free up time during earnings season. So it's when it comes to good, high quality setups, that's your time shining. So, other themes I want you to keep an eye on. Another article I had, and I'll probably wrap up on this. Listen, it kind of keeps going back and forth. I'm basically preparing, as a father. I've got my son actually graduated this year, but I've got a teenage daughter. I'm basically preparing that they aren't going back to school, at least in the fall. So, that's kind of, much like trading, you calculate your risk and your reward and you make a plan, but I'm preparing that she's not going back to school. So I'm looking at e-education options for her. The school's going to be doing some stuff, but I think that's another trend, whether it be, Zoom, Zoom's in that space. I kind of think Slack could be in that space. Google with Google Docs. So when you're looking for a trend, and again, that's why I'm here, is to kind of spot this stuff so that you can be there first. I think, remote work, obviously, but also e-education plays. Because see, here's the thing. What moves stocks? The biggest thing that moves stocks is when is an idea that everyone can get behind. And I just think, here we are. It's the middle of July, okay? We're basically getting close to back to school time. To me, it's like August, is back to school time. That's when normally you'd go get school supplies, get new. So I think as we get closer and closer to August and into August, And if things don't change, you're going to see the news, and this is the technique when it comes to finding the next hot sector. When you turn on the news and all it's about is the fact that the kids aren't going back to school, remote learning, I'm telling you, you're going to see these plays move. And so that's the other thing I want you to keep a close eye on. All right. SPACs, electric vehicles, technology stocks, Tesla earnings. It's a wild time, my friends. There's a lot going on out there. There's too much to go over in 15 minutes. Too much. But I hit my agenda. Thank you, everyone. Again, this is kind of the initial episode. I hope I will get better. I looked back at the Instagram lives at 8:30 in the morning. Pretty cool, by the way. We broke 750 live viewers this morning on Instagram Live, plus 500 on Twitter, 500 on Facebook. I mean, I really appreciate all of you guys here, and that's why I'm doing more. It's like I love this stuff. I love talking stocks. I love talking finance. I mean, listen, I do a podcast every week. I do tons of webinars. I do a daily Instagram Live. Got a YouTube Live tonight, 7 p.m. Eastern, and on Facebook. I love this stuff, and it makes it worthwhile to get all the positive comments from all of you. And, yeah, I'll be here every day at noon. So if you don't mind, since this is the premiere episode, what'd you think? Drop a comment, whether you're on Facebook, whether you're on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, Twitch. Give me a comment. I don't often do that. I know most videos, people are always like, comment, because they want to drive their engagement up. But I'm curious, what do you think about the daily briefing? What do you think about middle of the day, going over the articles of the day, taking that 10,000-foot view of the market? Drop me a comment, at least this time. I won't bug you tomorrow. So, all right, everyone, have a great day. Oh, Miami-Dade COVID-19 patients rise to a record of 2,000. Awesome. Guess who was in Miami-Dade County last week? Anyway, if you're in Miami-Dade County now, stay safe. I hope everyone's healthy. But yeah, breaking news just dropped that. 2,200 or 2023 previous record was 1,898. So stay safe out there. Stay healthy, everyone. We'll see you tonight at 6 p.m. or tomorrow morning at 8:30 Eastern. Have a great day.